Hey guys, new week has started, but I don't have enough Miracle Eyes to pull, so I decided I'm going to do a different video. So I'm sitting on 106 eyes. I need 110 because I get 10 more from the thing, so instead I'll do something else. So I've gotten a lot of questions about Aras, like when to use them, how you should work your team around them, and all that. And the answer is actually, it's not a fixed answer, it's kind of a three-part answer, right? So there are three stages of gameplay, which is, one is the early game, you're still kind of developing your team, you don't know what you've got. This is up until 5 stars. There's the second stage, which is like mid-game, when you're starting to make 6 and 7 stars, and from there on. And then there's Endgame, when you've got a final stage of your final team of like 8 and 9 stars. And the auras that you look for at each point are very different. Well, not very different, but the goals are different. So the main idea is, when you are at the 5-star level, like up to a max of 5 stars, let's say your team is, oops, where is it? Let me see if I can put together something real quick. So if you're just looking at a 5-star team, let's say you've got a tank, you've got a mage. Oh, I don't even know if I can put one together. Anyway, the point of this one is, actually, let's see what I can put together. Is you would try to make an aura out of what you've got. It doesn't matter too much, because at the 5-star level, that's actually not a terrible team. You would try to use whatever you can to make any aura you can, and you can see the list of auras here. And I love these new icons. You can see the list of them, and so you would try to use any aura you can. It doesn't matter like what you use. Like, even if you use an Aurel or a Dark Judge, I mean, Dark Judge sucks, but you could still throw him in there just to get the aura, just to have a 5-star Dark Judge at level 100, and just to get the aura going, because it doesn't matter that much. It's not like a critical point in the like the 5 stars. You can kind of replace them as you go. If I have this Mega, I can easily, what if I get lucky and I just pull a Luna or something, or a Vegvisir, and I go, okay, well, I'm just going to use the Vegvisir. I don't need any upgrade things to use them, and so, okay, fine, I'll take my Conrad out and use a Mulan instead, kind of a thing. This is actually not a bad team. You'd like to have something better than Aurel, like a Freya, but, but to that point, you want to seek an aura. You want, at the early stage. It's okay to not have one, but the 10% or whatever gain you get from the aura is pretty hefty early on. So if you can just futz together some sort of 5 stars to get an aura, go for it. And at the 5-star range, you would like to have a tank, but I made it through that entire time without a tank, and I did okay. So really, you can use the best that you have, because it's all RNG. You can't control exactly what heroes you get. You want to just get your team out there. And so people always ask, what do I focus on? What's the best of them? And like I said, you focus on the best of what you have available. Don't even you can't be jealous of what other people have, because you have to pull it first, and that's all random. The top players and the lowest players are all subject to the same odds. So, early stage game, fight for an aura. Just make one. Make any of these auras and get these bonuses. The biggest thing that people ask is, should I replace this character with another character to get an aura? And at this stage, the answer is yes. If I don't have a Scarlet, let's say, and I'm stuck with a Eagle Eye Shaman or something in this spot, because Eagle Eye is terrible, the answer is yes. Still use Eagle Eye Shaman, get that aura going. So, stage 2 is when you're starting to build up all your 6 and 7 stars, and you don't have anything to go on or something. And so here the tricky part is, let's say whatever, I have this. The tricky part here is I've got all my 6 stars, and as you progress from this, you try to, keep that aura going if you can. I don't have anything that I can fill. So here's the question. When your whole team is like 7, 8 stars like this, right? Oh, can I... hold on. Can I make something out of that? Okay, so I can make a whatever undead thing. So let's say, instead of there. So would I say, should I sacrifice this 7-star Martin for a 5-star? This is a legitimate question. A lot of people ask this. Should I sacrifice a 7-star for a 5-star, usually heaven and hell, just to keep that aura going? So let's say my team is like, what can I put together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's say this is my team, right? And let's say my next strongest character is an 8-star. So let's say I've started to use this because it's strong. So people will ask, well, I have 2 elves. Should I throw away this 8-star and use, a 5-star heaven or hell just so I can get the aura? And the answer is no, absolutely not. This is the mid stage of the game. This is the point where you need to level up people that you have. Focus on getting them higher flags and don't even worry about aura. Like, you would love to have it, but it's not critical. You don't. If you have a 5-star in place of a 7-star, actually the better question would be, so the better thing would be I would replace this guy with a 5-star Verthandi, let's say, just to get oh, whoops, I see. So would I replace my 7-star Heaven's Jet or 7-star someone or other with a 5-star just to get this aura going? And the answer is no, because this Verthandi, she's gonna die in round 3. And you're gonna end up in at this point, when you're at like 5 to 8 stars, battles take a little while. They take like 6 or 7 rounds. And if my Verthandi right here died in round 3, that's it. I'm fighting 5 versus 6. I'm at a huge disadvantage, and she's just gonna die. So the answer is no. Just keep going with your other team. Don't even worry about aura at this point, and just keep playing the events, playing slowly, getting what you get. Try to finish the events that give you good rewards and all that, right? So if this was my team, I would just have to go with this. I do not put in a 5, or don't even... The 2-star difference is pretty big. Like, if you have an 8, don't replace it with a 6. If you have a 7, don't replace it with a 5. 1-star, you can get away with if the tier is much, much different. So if I had... let me see here. If I had a Tesla here, and I wanted this 8-star Tesla, and I wanted to replace it with, like, a 7-star... like a 7-star, I don't know, a Medusa or a Hester or something, that would be okay because you're sacrificing a mid-tier character for a high-tier character, and 1-star down is a decent difference, but it's not game-ending. Depending on the character especially, I had a 9-star Abyss Lord as my main tank, and I ended up swapping him for a 7-star Monkey King, and the Monkey King actually was better. So that there are exceptions, but for this point, so if you are in mid-game, you are just beginning to make 6 and 7 stars, you've got a full team of higher than 5 stars, 6 to 8 stars, don't think about aura. It's not important. It's more important is getting a functioning team, which that means is getting something that has an even balance of classes. You need to get a tank set up, like a Aurelia or a Vegvisir or a Minotaur, a Lionheart, Walnir, one of those. You need to get a good tank. You need to get a decent backline. like a good set of mages or whatever damage dealers, a couple of assassins here and there. You don't want to go heavy on assassins, but anyway, get your team format set up. Don't focus on the Ara. At Endgame, when you've got Stage 3, which is like you've got a full team of 8 stars, or 8 and 9 stars, and you're trying to focus on an Ara, that's when you go back, and that's when you go for the Ara. So, when you are going for an Ara, you will find that the best Ara is Unity. It's the lowest stat boost, but here's the reason that it's good. I was looking for this earlier. Oops. So here they'll tell you when they say elf beats, this means that elf gets I think it's a 30% damage increase against undead, and so on. Undead versus alliance, alliance versus horde, horde versus elf, and then heaven and hell beat each other 30% extra damage each. I was told that this shows up in a fight, so just for fun, let's have a fight. Let's have a fight where I die. So let me see if this actually shows up here. Here we go, advantage. So here it shows up. So you get accuracy 15% and damage by 30%. So for that reason alone, having a Unity team of all 6 factions means that you have a bonus 30% against any unit that they have. If just for fun you decide to go in with a like a 2-2-2 team, which is I think like, oops, I died. Like the 2-2-2 teams are these ones: Horde, Undead, Hell, and Alliance Elf. So I mean, they give good bonuses, but look here, you don't have strengths against, like, you don't have strengths against other Hell units, you don't have strengths against, I forgot the order already. You don't have strengths against 3 different factions. So Unity, by far, is the most utility, the safest one to go for. And that is mainly the reason why people will say, well, you know, if I have this, should I sacrifice my 9-star Freya for a 7-star Hester just so that I can get the Ara going? And, you know, at the midpoint game, absolutely never. But at the end game, when you've already got your team, then you want to aim towards, who used to be there? Then that's when you want to aim towards this Ara, and you always want to aim towards this Ara. And this applies to, now, this applies to Legion as well. In Legion, you always want to try and make an Ara. I was able to make 2 Unity Aras here. You can see I've still got my 7-star Heaven's Judge in there. One day he will leave. But my last team, this is my leftovers. I don't have enough here to make any sort of Ara, and I don't have any good heroes left. So, you know, use 2 Aras. Use 2 good Aras and whatever. Maybe you can make 3 Aras. I can't. You want to just, at that point, since you're kind of throwing in everything that you've got, use any Ara you can get. That was kind of the same thing with Crusade, is it doesn't matter if they're terrible units, make that Ara, and that's going to help quite a bit in Legion. Every chance you have, every extra chance to win, or every extra advantage is worth having. So that's kind of it for Aras. Go for Unity, but only go for it early and late game. Do not fight too hard for an Ara mid game. I was trying to do that. That's how I ended up with this 7-star Heaven's Judge, because I was trying really hard to keep my Unity Ara going into mid game. And then he got passed up with other 8 and 9 stars, and I'm like, I can't keep this guy on my team. He's holding me back. Especially Heaven's Judge, because he's not very good. He has low life and he dies very quickly. Like, very, very quickly. So he was really holding me back, and I had to get rid of him and start raising other people to 8 stars just so that I could have a fighting chance against teams. You know, otherwise he would die in round 3 without even getting a skill off, and I'd, you know, be at a disadvantage for the rest of the match. So that That's the point. And so if you don't have an Ara at your stage of the game, think about where you are and kind of focus on goals. At mid game, 6 or 7, 8 stars, you don't have serious goals. You've kind of got like ideas of people that you want, but you can't get there, and so you just got to use what you have. At 5 stars and below, it's like the moment you pull a better 5-star, you can go ahead and replace them in your team immediately for an Ara. It's okay. So I've been wanting to do this video on Aras for a while, and I'm glad I finally got to do it. As an end, I want to alright, let's do this. I'm gonna try and so every week or every day they give you a free spin here. So let's spin this a couple of times and see if I get lucky. And if I get lucky, then I'm gonna record the miracle video like tonight. If not, then a couple of days from now when I get enough. So I'll spin it twice. Oh. Okay. My free spin got a free spin. My free spin got a free spin. Gold key. I don't want a gold key. I'll spin this twice. Let's see what happens. Free. 300 thingies. 50 thingies. Free. Gold key. Gold key. Free. Wow, this is really bad. Well, okay, I got 4 free spins. Okay. I got 4 keys and 350 things, so... Oh my gosh. Maybe I don't want to do this. 1 miracle eye. So my 2,500 gems got me 4 gold keys, 400 thingies, 10 silver keys, and 1 miracle eye. I think I lost 20 silver keys. I think I lost money on that. Alright, let's just do one more. Whatever. 10, 1, 50, 50, free, 50, 1 gold. Okay, I'm not gonna do a third one. Wow, I lost a lot of gems on this. Well, I got lucky last time this ran with the turkeys, but not this time. That's okay. I think also what is it? For this, I think I'm not going to aim for any of the heroes, and maybe I'll just buy Miracle Eyes out of this. And I think that's what I'm going to do. But I don't want to do this just yet, because like in the off chance that I do get it, then I'd like to... No, actually, because there's 0 chance I'll get to Zexanoth. I kind of want to buy this avatar frame. I don't know what that means. Use Christmas avatar. I think I'll buy this and then use the rest on these. I need 3, so 450, 750. I have enough. Okay, I'm just gonna do that then. Look for a miracle video in maybe tomorrow. All right, that's all. See you next time.